Hello, soul family! Today I wanted to share some tips and tricks and information. How do you know if the healer, the practitioner... Oh, I want to show you Max. Oh, he's gonna make an appearance. Max! How do you know if your healer or practitioner is has good intentions, is working from their integrity? Can you see him? Oh. How do you know if they're working from their integrity, their true heart, their... Come here. Sorry, guys. There we go. Anybody? Yeah, are they working from their heart? Are they working with the highest good, highest truth? Do they hold their integrity? Here's some signs to look out for. I think number one is always, well, yeah, okay. Do they have... How do they get their clients? Is it by word of mouth, or is it... I mean, this is a little dicey. Use your discernment, but I feel like this is a big one. Do they pressure you into coming and receiving healing from them? Not in an encouraging way, like, hey, like, because it's your friend. They're like, oh my God, like, hey, I really want you to try Reiki. I think it would be so beneficial for you. That's different than like, hey, I really need the money. I'm like, I really need the money. I need you to come get Reiki right now. Like, I can't afford groceries. Like, when it shifts into like a guilt thing, if they're guilting you into receiving a healing treatment from them, chances are they're not in their true integrity. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be receiving a healing session or an energetic session from someone who is not in their true integrity. Yeah, so that's number one. Well, I guess sorry, just gathering the thoughts here. Also like constantly bugging you. Not in the form of like, I subscribe to an email list, so now I'm receiving emails all the time. It's more like, you know, someone personally messaging you all the time, like kind of like a car salesman. If they're like car salesmaning you and like texting you and harassing you to the point of like every day, you know, hey, cut it off. Not good. There's many practitioners out there. You don't need to be seeing that one. Number two, you feel worse after a healing session than you do better. This should never be the case. The goal of the healer or practitioner should always be to protect the subconscious and protect, like, of the sitter, of the person receiving, protect the integrity of the person receiving. If you are with someone that after you leave the session you feel more drained and more exhausted, or something's just not right, because you know in your gut that's not the best fit for you. And it doesn't mean that they're necessarily like bad. It just means that maybe they're not the right fit for you, or they have their own inner work to do before being a better service to others. That is all, right? We're all humans. We're not perfect. Often people who get into healing modalities themselves, it's because they have a lot, like they've healed a lot themselves, and they might, like, there's always more work to be done, but you know what I'm trying to say? They want to help others. But there are some people that do get into healing modalities that do not have that true intention of, I just want to help others. Some do come from that, like, I want to gain power. and really all like, I want to gain power, I need this, like that does just come from like an inner wounded child. So if you think of it that way, it takes the fear out of it. And it is true, it's just all inner child wounding, right? Okay, back to center. So yeah, you might feel worse after you leave the session than when you walked in. To bring it back here, it is normal to feel tired, like you know, if you're releasing a bunch of stuff, lymphatic drainage, massage, body work, Reiki, even sometimes massage, like being relaxed is a good thing. Feeling like extra tired the next day or two, okay, that's normal because your body just released so much on a emotional level, physical level, spiritual level, mental level, you know, depending on like what you've released and how much you've released, the tiredness can be there. But I'm talking about if the tiredness or the headache or the ill feelings, if that lasts longer than just a couple days, something might be off. If you're feeling really out of balance, all of a sudden your balance is off. If you're feeling nauseous, these are all signs, like sharp pains anywhere, these are all signs that to check in with yourself. Check in with your higher self, check in with yourself, with your body, and say, is there something off right now? Okay, so that's kind of more what I mean. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, your gut tells you something is off. Oh, that is a good one. Sorry, I wrote these down just in case I forgot anything, because sometimes this is like the thoughts, right? Okay. Your gut tells you something is off, but you reason with it because they were recommended by a friend. Ooh, this is so good. This has happened a couple times for myself. And someone will be like, oh my God, have you gone to so-and-so? Their healing sessions are so magical. It's amazing. But something in my gut is like yelling at me, no. It just means it's not right for me. You can respectfully and lovingly decline. You can respectively say, that is awesome. I'm glad it works for you. Because my self-will wants to impose, hey, you shouldn't go to them. They ain't fucking with some good juju there, that's for sure. But would that actually benefit my friend or the person? Usually it doesn't. It just adds fear and maybe distrust and all this stuff. So you just allow for others to discover what works for them themselves and not. Yeah, I have gone against my own intuition before and my own gut feelings and gone to you know, a couple different people because I heard they were really good, and ignoring every bone in my body when it just didn't feel right or I had so much fear. Also, you should feel safe. I know there's a lot of shoulds, but it's true. If you're with someone, like there's a sense of like, if you're going to a new practitioner and you feel pretty safe and grounded, but you still have some apprehension because it's like a modality you've never tried before, that's different. If you're going in and you're just filled with fear and you're like, I don't know, like, and you can't relax, that's your body telling you, hey, let's not come here again, okay? Yeah, let's leave. All right. Now, what is this next one? Ooh, another one, just very quick. If you go to any practitioner that puts selenite on your third eye, on your forehead, leave that. Never let another practitioner put selenite onto your third eye. Selenite is that, I don't have any out with me right now. Oh, it's all getting cleaned. It's like that. Sometimes they're like a wand or like a pillar, or I guess sometimes they're in the form of a ball. It's like that foggy kind of color that shifts light. Just look it up, because I don't have it with me right now. If anyone ever wants to, even tarot card readers, whatever, like, this applies to all. Well, actually, this whole video applies to all. But never let someone put a selenite crystal onto your forehead, onto your third eye. Not good, not good. You should really only be using the selenite in your, like, I mean, if it's just yourself, it's different, but, like, when you're with a practitioner, or card reader or whatever, like, your hands and feet, because that's where the energy comes from, right? Like, that's how energy expels. Ooh, another video idea. We're on a roll. Next one. Okay. They tell you that you need them to be whole rather than guiding you back to yourself. So anyone that teaches you, this goes for counselors, bodywork practitioners, Reiki masters, mediums, psychics, tarot readers. If they are telling you or teach, like any kind of medicine person, if that person is teaching you that you need them in order to live a fulfilled life and be whole, that's not good. A good practitioner, a good healer, someone in their true integrity will assist you. Their whole goal is to assist you to find and remember your own inner wisdom within yourself. Even like the quote from, I mean, not direct quote, but quote from Loretta Lynn Jackson, that celebrity psychic medium. She's amazing. She will always tell her sitters and her clients that you do not need me to communicate with your past loved ones. You can do this. So she always reminds them of their own power in it, that, like, yeah, it's totally awesome being able to go and pay for these services. I agree, because I love it. I love to pay for any of these services as well. But to just check in, make sure you're getting quality, right? Your money is energy, and you want to be giving it to someone who does have your best, your safety, your best truth, your best, like, has the best intentions for you as the sitter, as the vulnerable person. You're opening your energy up, right? So, yeah, anyone, let's just read this. Anyone that teaches you you must believe and worship certain things externally are a red flag, because the best teachers and healers connect you back to yourself and teach you how to become your own healer. Yes, mama, yes. The best healers and teachers connect you back to yourself and teach you how to become your own healer. Isn't that beautiful? So once again, you might find this in certain religions. I know that's controversial, but it's true. Just think of it that way. Anytime you're supposed to be giving your power to outside yourself and worshiping something outside you, external, and basically like someone that's telling you you have nothing inside, you have no power inside yourself, that's not true. It's just kind of whack. Yeah. Okay, and here's another last but not least. Well, two. Just quickly touch on this. I already touched on it, but if you don't feel safe when you're in the presence of them, why? There's so many practitioners, just like why? You don't even have to like give it a reason. If you don't feel safe in the presence of them, even if they're like a palm reader or something, just don't do it. It's okay to leave. It's okay to leave. Or you can try it and just like, maybe not recommend it or go again, you know? We're all about being curious and learning, and there's no, you know, it's don't beat yourself up if you went to someone and you felt like shit after, and it turns out like they planted a cord in you. Sometimes it happens. And it's the best way to learn. Hey, whatever. Life goes on, right? There's plenty of good practitioners out there. And then yeah, the last sign that your healer, teacher, practitioner might not be working in their true integrity is the universe seems to create blocks for you to get. So when you're on your way to the appointment, it's like every time you try to book the appointment, something comes up. Every time you... Now this may mean that they're not in their true integrity, or it also may mean that it's just not the right fit for you at this time. That maybe you have more to experience or more to learn. Regardless, it's Spirit saying, not right now. So, you know, like physical roadblocks, mental roadblocks, like every time you go, ooh, this is a really good one. If every time you book an appointment with someone, you wake up in the morning feeling sick, or you wake up in the morning feeling like having a headache or nauseous, just pay attention to that. Your body is trying to tell you something. Pay attention to that. It could be your own shit coming up and ready to release. And it also could just mean, hey, like if you really want to call in sick, oh my God, I don't want to be there. Ugh. Like, I just feel so sick thinking about going. You don't have to go. You don't have to go. So, I guess to finish this video off, I didn't realize I'd be talking for so long. I thought I'd be making short form content, but Spirit has been telling me YouTube for like the past year, but I just haven't been listening. And every time I sit down to record short form content, it goes into like 20 minutes. So we might just be making a YouTube channel, Starseed Sessions. What are some signs that your healer is in their true integrity? Like they are in their true integrity. They do have your safety in mind. They have your health and mental well-being and emotional well-being in mind and at the forefront. Do they share that? Are they open to sharing? Like if you say, hey, do you work with energy of the highest of good? And do they say yes, or do they say it doesn't matter? A practitioner who is in their true integrity, working from their heart and for peace and light and love, will be candid with you. They will be open to sharing like where they were taught, who they learned from, what is their daily energetic cleansing process. Do they work on all 4 levels? Oh, I guess this isn't for all. This is like for like Reiki practitioners or energy healers. But do they work on all 4 levels of mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual? Or are they like, if they're a Reiki practitioner just practicing on the spiritual level and avoiding all the other 3, that is a red flag. So green flags are, yes, I always put my clients, I always put my sitters, I always put their subconscious health and integrity at the forefront of my sessions. I put their heart, like I hold them in a safe space. I understand they're in a vulnerable position, and I am grateful for the opportunity and the trust that they have given me. Someone saying these things is green flags. These are green flags. Do you feel safe with them? Yes. Okay, great. Do they make you feel like you can just be your authentic self? It's like you walk in the room and you're like, oh my God, I can just be myself. And like, yeah, okay, great. You have creative ideas. Do you feel connected? Do you feel that flow? Do you feel grounded around them? Yes. Green flags. Do they have friends and family around them? Are they an isolated person, or do they have a big community? When if they're out in public, for example, do they treat the grocery store clerk just as good as they might treat the people they're trying to take payment from? Do they treat, do they actively work on themselves? Or did they do work on themselves 10 years ago and that's good enough? Are they actively participating in their community? I really feel like that's a good one. You can tell by their interaction with people. How do animals, cats and dogs, react to them and around them? Animals are always a big tell. If they're loving them, if they're around lots of animals and loving them all the time, that's a great sign. And this can apply for just people in general. It doesn't have to be just practitioners. I think that is all. I love you guys so much. And I'd love to hear some of your experiences with your experiences just with any of the topics that I wrote down that I shared today. Many blessings. I love you all.